Vassar College Comedy Festival. This is the world's largest amateur comedy festival, and you are all now a part of it. Thank you so much for coming, each and every one of you. This is the second night of a 2-day festival. We have had, 14 or something groups perform already. We're going to have a similar amount of groups performing tonight, I promise. Sketch, stand-up, and improv, all in one night. Are you ready? Oh, come on. I don't believe you. Are you actually ready, or are you messing with me? I'm not seeing any reaction from those people back there. Okay, this is for you. Can I please introduce, from the bottom of my heart, this group holds a very special place since they are one of Vassar's very own comedy groups. Introducing first, the lovely ladies of Indecent Exposure!
It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce our very first performer this evening, the one and only Charlotte Candow.
The following is a reading from my childhood diary. I'm 6 years old. January 20th. My dog's name is Max. I love him so much. I won't forget him. I didn't have a dog. I lied to my diary. I'm often paranoid that people think I'm lying about these diaries. This is mostly because I lie a lot. And clearly not much has changed in the last 15 years. March 15th. My dad gave me a new turtle. No, he didn't. May 20th. I am babysitting on Sunday. Oh, no, you're not. May 26th. I like school. No, you don't. Some things have changed, however. I now have a full set of adult teeth. The loss of my baby teeth apparently took up a lot of my attention in 1999. February 4th. I have a wiggly tooth. It's not really wiggly, but when I pull it down... February 5th. Now my tooth is really wiggly. I just can't wait until my tooth comes out. February 6th. Now my tooth is really wiggly. I think it's going to come out tomorrow. February 7th. Now my tooth is bleeding. I think I can pull it out. February 9th. My tooth came out. And the tooth fairy gave me 5 quarters. It was around this time that I began to have an affinity for making lists. On May 20th, I made a list of the things I'd like to do when I go home to France. Number 1, smell the sweet smell of Grandma's apartment. I also made a list of my dream jobs. Number 1, painter. Number 2, priest. I also made a list of my favorite foods. Number 1, potato. That's it. I think my favorite entry came not from my diary, but from a crumpled up piece of paper I found in my confirmation Bible. September 13th, 1999. Secrets are my specialty. They're my favorite things in the world. Everyone always tells me, please don't tell my friends. And I always say, okay. I only tell their enemies.
Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Murray. Thank you for the introduction, Krish. A little short for me. Whatever. Hey, I'm Aaron. If you don't know me, some of you might not. I hear there's a lot of like randos in the crowd tonight. Like, you don't even go here. I don't see why you're here. If you'll give me a second, I think.
Pick this up. Save it for later.
I got a pocket and everything.
I'm a little weird, if you haven't picked up on this. And because of that, I say a lot of weird stuff, and I have a lot of weird thoughts a lot of the time. And this happens in observational things, which is good for you. When you're growing up, did you ever watch those old 90s commercials? Like the type where it'd start out with a birthday party, and then every time someone would open a Capri Sun, like all of a sudden, like, cowabunga, thanks mom, 90s extreme stuff. Well, every time there's one of those commercials at the very end, or as a little ticker on the bottom, it would say, warning, professionals, do not attempt. And I always thought that was weird, because I was like, do not attempt what? Don't attempt to, like, skateboard into a giant anthropomorphic beer can and come out on a surfboard? Like, thanks, dog on rollerblades. Woof. Brought to you by Pepsi and Doritos. And that continues on to other things. I was walking around campus the other day, and I saw some little girls playing like the flower petal game, you know, like he loves me not. And I had a couple of thoughts with that. First, I really hoped Buildings and Grounds didn't find them, because that was like $20 or $30 of some old lady's endowment right there. They were kind of pulling apart. And second, I wish I could still do that. I wish I could pin all my hopes and dreams on some downtrodden daisy. But like, things just get really complicated as you get older, and it's just not that simple anymore. If I tried to do that nowadays, it'd be like, he loves me, but we're from different socioeconomic backgrounds and it's very difficult. He loves me, but he also has really complicated feelings for Jimmy. He loves me, but only when I spit in his face and call him daddy in bed. So, fun fact, this also, and it's weird because I have thoughts like that about commercials and little girls, and there's that went in a different direction. And there's a lot of things in my life that are very weird or like very alarming, and I don't question them at all. Like, for example, for a couple years in high school, I worked at a little story local mall called Banana Republic. Yeah, and it wasn't until like my third year of college that I realized that's a pretty fucked up name for a store. And I'm an international studies major, by the way, so I've been doing real work. And in case you don't know, a Banana Republic is a political science term for a politically unstable country where its economy is largely dependent on the export of a single limited resource product, such as bananas. Thank you, Wikipedia. Banana Republic. I bet that's where Pablo Neruda buys all his Cheetos and button down, am I right? It's just like, how is that an okay name for a store? I looked it up, and Banana Republic actually started as a safari and travel clothing store in the 70s, which is even more fucked up. I feel like they should have known better than by then, though I know Indecent Exposure wants to have some place to buy their zoo clothes, always and forever. Zoo clothes. But I was wondering, like, how would shopping be if all the stores at the mall named themselves in the same kind of fucked up way? Like, how would shopping go for all those little teenage girls? Like, hey Sarah, I think we should go shopping. We could start a Banana. Maybe hit up the Sex Traffic Express after. Wet seal clubbing for some middle ruffled mini skirts, and maybe look at the jeans at the Economic Gap. We can stop at Colonel Sanders afterward for some down-home appropriation and institutional racism. I hear they have it fried and grilled now. So this stuff has really been bothering me for a while. And I'm working on my thesis, but since I'm me and I don't like doing work, I've actually just been writing a lot of random poems and hoping my thesis advisor will accept them as a thesis. I think it's going to work out for me. And if you guys don't mind, I'm going to read you a couple of those poems now. Excuse me. This is called Here Are a Few of My Favorite Things. Coffee and sugar, chocolate and kisses, by means of extortion, child labor, and factory hisses. H&M sweaters, bacon and cigs, made of foreign labor and factory-farmed pigs. All of the things that we seem to enjoy are only made of things that happen to destroy. I could reform my behavior, change my habits, but an ethically traded deodorant is best for my armpits. So giving up changing, that's too hard. I'm too broke to put that on my bank card. I deplore these practices. I hope you hear this. I'm on my way to buy another pack of American Spirits. And before I leave you, I will read you one more poem. It's called I Wish I Was Politically Active. Brought to you by the Vassar Climate. All of my friends, they watch the news, they watch it, then they share their views. I sit at the table hiding my secret, but the time is now, I just can't keep it. That's it. You've called my bluff. I'm just not politically active enough. I wish I could say I watched the debate, but I just watched the Daily Show while I ate the next day so as to share my knowledge, because impressing people with your view is just so college. And I know this complaint is rather Vassar specific, but that's rude of you to point out. There's no need to nitpick. And it's not just knowledge, it's activism too. I've never protested, my police record is see-through. But I'll sit on my couch and like your cause, thumbs up. I think your Facebook video deserves a round of applause. Thank you.
Come in. Sup, teach?
It's Principal Steinberg! You don't let me hang it.
Sit down, ladies. Now, I've called you both in here today because in the short number of weeks we've been back in school, you've accrued an alarming number of absences. And I fear you're in danger of not passing the semester.
Wait. Those were not unexcused absences. We had very good reason for all these absences. We filled out forms and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's part of what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Carrie, it says... No, wait, I don't go by Carrie anymore. I'm sorry? I go by DJ Chugstep. DJ Chugstep. You see, it's because I like dubstep, plus I also like to chug that Jose Cuervo. Ladies! Well, according to this, DJ Chugstep, you were absent on September 4th, and the reason you gave was, I am still upset that the Equal Rights Amendment did not pass. Hell yeah, that was mad distressing. I mean, really.
Devastating, son! We could have had equal rights and shit. Major blow to feminism. Major fucking look.
Yeah, you know the only thing that blows more than that?
What? Tell me.
Me, last night, Felix Ramirez.
Better go. All right.
Now, ladies!
Yeah. Oh, no. I changed my name too.
Oh, to what?
To, MC Dick Trippin'.
Dare I ask why?
Oh, no, you dare, it's because I get so much dick, I be tripping over it! Can't even keep my balance! Too many dicks on the dance floor!
That is a vegetable? Nah, it's just a dick.
Either way you go, I'm gonna eat it! Sit down!
Anyway, MC. Anyway, you were absent on September 6th, and the reason you gave was I had to go to the bank because I feared the U.S. would undergo hyperinflation, much like Bolivia did in the mid-1980s.
Oh, that's a serious concern. That shit was scary.
It was straight up frightening, okay? You at the back of the line, pen costs 20 cents. You get to the front of the line, it's $30. You even carried on chunks of money for that shit.
Yo, if they wanted to buy bread, they had to straight up make it rain in the grocery store. Yo, so that's why I had to go to the bank. I had to get cash just in case that happened here.
Yeah, our currency is mad unstable right now.
Hashtag high asset price volatility.
Hashtag market microstructure. All right, fine. Moving on. DJ Chugstep. No, I changed my mind. I don't like that. What? Now I go by DJ Jack the Stripper. Yes. You see, it's because I kill it on the dance floor. Plus, I also like to take my shirt off.
No! Sit down! Okay.
All right, according to this, you were absent on September 9th because you had to protest the segregation of Romani children in Slovak schools. Well, yeah. I was crazy participating in this letter writing campaign. Separate is not equal, yeah.
Yo, That's like a direct violation of Slovakia's anti-discrimination laws.
Nah, the Roma are such an oppressed people, they don't need that shit. They should have live in the same bathroom as everybody else. Okay, fine, moving on. Danielle.
No, I changed my name again. No.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
It's MC Blunt Cunt. Ask her why.
Ask her why.
Ask her why. Ask her why. Because I like a good blunt in my mouth, but I also like.
I got it.
You sure? Because she can do it. I can
You
show you.
know,
Okay. Little hands-on learning. Look.
I may just know what you were talking about.
Okay.
Incidentally enough. Well, you had your absence on September 12th, and I'm looking, but I see no explanation. So I'm sure you have some creative excuse you'd love to give me right now.
You know what? I don't. I just skipped. I take full responsibility for that. I feel really bad. Education is the most important thing.
No, straight up, education of our youth is an investment in this nation's future. You know what? Yes, that is all. Now please, get out of my office. Sam, what's wrong? Please, just MC, McDJ, whoever, whatever, please just get out of my office.
I know you know that's wrong.
Yeah. And hashtag goodbye.
Okay.
I've been told to introduce the one, the only, the holder of the beanie, Miss Grace Ashford.
Thank you, Erin. Hi, guys. Great to see you all tonight. So, I spend a lot of time worrying about things that I can't control, like nuclear wars and back knee. Some of my other fears include my future, my past, a disembodied hand reaching up out of the toilet and grabbing my butt, and child stars. So in preparation for the set, actually, I talked to a lot of my friends and I asked them, like, what scares you? And I got some pretty interesting answers. The number one thing I found, according to a study that I conducted that I'd call pseudoscience at best, that scares people is snakes. They're irrationally afraid of snakes. Now, I have a little bit of a problem with this because it's very rational to be afraid of snakes. Because snakes are a real danger. Snakes, like disembodied hands, can come up out of the toilet and grab you on the butt. That's rational. What's irrational is being afraid of things that aren't actually inherently dangerous, like boomerangs, or soggy cereal, or men on stilts dressed up like Elvis. Like, what is soggy cereal gonna do to you? It's just gonna sit there getting progressively wetter and wetter. Irrational. But one fear that I would say that pretty much most people have, which makes sense, is the fear of death. And I actually don't have that fear because I know exactly what's going to happen. See, whether I die tomorrow, getting hit by a car because my bike doesn't have any brakes, or if I die in 35 years because my bike still doesn't have any brakes, I know without a doubt that I'm instantly just going to become a ghost. And I'm going to ghost around and I'm going to fuck it all up for the rest of you. As a ghost, I can do all the things that I always wanted to in life, criminal or otherwise. Because when you're a ghost, people literally can't touch you. For one thing, I would pee everywhere. The world is your toilet. I'm talking fountains, bowls of chili, inside Justin Bieber's snapbacks. Everywhere. Another thing that I'd be sure to do is I would spend entire days in movie theaters throwing popcorn at annoying couples and whispering the endings into people's ears in the form of a question. Do you think maybe Bruce Willis has been dead all along? Just one ghost's opinion.
I would also make sure that I would stop in on my own funeral to make sure people are like mourning me appropriately. And they're telling, because the type of stories people tell is really important. They've got to be that blend of embarrassing but also endearing. You know, so I want it to be like, wow, what I remember about Grace was she was spunky. Or, you know, like what I remember about Grace was she had nice teeth. I really just don't want someone to be like, well, what I remember about Grace was her hands were always kind of sticky, right? She never had a V-card. I always had to swipe her in places. Yeah. Let's see what else I would do as a ghost. I would probably lurk around celebrities to get all the like really secret, intimate details of their lives, and then I would publish a gossip blog. Ghostwriting, if you will. I would be drunk all the time. Because it's like no liver to corrode, like bring on the Bloody Marys. That's an inside joke for ghosts. Now that I think about it though, actually, a lot of the things that are like scary about ghosts are really just, can be explained by the fact that they're all just drunk. You know, like all this stumbling around and knocking things over, and how rude they always are. But actually, talking through that really kind of helped me get over my fear, so I guess I should thank you. I'm no longer afraid of death. But one thing that I am still afraid of, and I think you probably also can share with me, is the fear of pregnancy. And this fear is particularly strong for those of us who were privileged enough to be educated in schools with abstinence-only education, because we have literally no idea how it happens. It's like one day you're innocently doing something like praying, you know, or your homework, or you're having sex with your boyfriend. And then, the next thing you know, you're busting out of your pajama jeans, you're popping out twins, and you have your own show on TLC. Terrifying. Yeah. But for me, the fear of pregnancy is actually two-sided. Without like getting too personal, 2 uteruses and 2 girls kind of means the possibility of double pregnancy, like one time. And that's a real fear. Like what happens if one night you go at it too hard and the next time you wake up and you're both like, I can't afford child support. I'm being a terrible father. I knew we should have used a dental dam. Actually though, this might be kind of a good time for me to have a kid because I'm still cool. Don't disagree with me there. And you know, I can still do the things that like really cool, good moms do. Like, you know, I can show what music it should listen to, and I can tell it which Instagram filters are like cool and which ones are embarrassing. And you know, I can show it the liquor stores that don't card, like all the good mom stuff. I can teach the lingo. You know, I can tell it what a hashtag is and that what HMU stands for. Help me up. And I can tell it, you know, that sup bro is an abbreviation for what's up brother, which is an abbreviation for I am a douchebag. But actually, you know, I know that my time of being a cool mom is kind of coming to an end because I'm about to graduate soon. And I've heard tell that outside of Vassar, jokes about Judith Butler don't play quite as much. Actually, maybe that's one of my fears. But you know, one thing I would really make sure to do for my kid is give them a good name. Like our parents, they really dropped the ball with names, like lazy yuppies. They just like named us after people on TV. That's why we're all named Grace, or Chandler, or Norm. The next generations, when things started to get good, right? People started naming their kids after inanimate objects, like Apple and Ocean. And then there was like the cool compound ones, like Blue Ivy and Pilot Inspector and Sergeant Bag. Here is where I would do them one better. I would name my kid after an abstract concept, like language, or migration, or antebellum restoration. Or maybe I just name it after something performative, like gender, or Lady Gaga. Or maybe I do it after something that never existed at all, like global warming, or Malaysian Flight 236. That's all, folks. Thank you so much. We're Indecent Exposure. You've been a great audience.
Let's give it up for Indecent Exposure!